Google Earth allows you to explore the entire world. But there are some places you should never search. Welcome back, Charlie here. You're about to see some of the most scary and mysterious places on Google Earth. But I have to warn you, many of these places have incredibly dark backstories. First, let's head over to Norman's Cay in the Bahamas. There is something very mysterious hiding in these waters. Can't see it? What about now? As you can see, there is a plane in the water. You may wonder what happened to this crashed plane, and why has it never been recovered? Well, this plane was actually owned by one of the most evil men to ever live. I am talking about Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar is the most famous drug lord and narco-terrorist of all time. He was the founder and sole leader of the Medellin cartel of Colombia, and he is responsible for taking over 4,000 lives. But how did his plane end up here? Well, Pablo Escobar had many planes going from the USA to Colombia. On the way, the planes would use Norman's Cay as a refueling point. But this plane did not make it to Norman's Cay before it could refuel. The crew dumped all of their illegal cargo into the sea. This was so the plane would run on less fuel, but this wasn't enough and the plane still crashed into the sea, taking the life of the pilot and co-pilot. Everyone was way too scared to touch this plane, and even the local government did not want to go near it because of how feared Pablo Escobar was. So that's why to this day Pablo's plane remains here, rotting away and dissolving underwater. Now let's take a trip to Florida, USA. Take a look at this neighborhood. It looks pretty normal, right? Well, that's what everyone thought for 20 years. Until one man who was browsing Google Earth noticed something strange. If you zoom in, you can make out a shape in this lake. And this shape is actually a car. The car belonged to a man named William Mould. When he was 40, he went for a drive one night and never returned home. It was a mystery because him and his car were never found. His family lost hope, but they never forgot about William. But after 20 years, someone noticed the car on Google Maps.
20 years! You'll be dead by then!
Authorities, and they pulled the car out of the lake. Inside, they found a body, and it was later confirmed to be William. Found 22 years after he went missing. It's believed William accidentally drove off the road and into this lake. It's very sad that he passed away, but his family were grateful to finally have an answer as to what happened to him after all these years. Now they can finally have closure, and know that William did not run away and abandon them. Moving on, let's take a look at this scary discovery made in Antarctica. In 2020, Google Earth users spotted something strange in Antarctica. As you can see, it appears there is a body that's been left in the snow. There are many research stations in Antarctica, and it's believed one of these scientists may have ventured out and got lost in the snow. It's a very creepy and mysterious find, but because this place is so remote, no one is able to go out here and check. Maybe at some point in the future we will have more answers about this mysterious figure. But for now, who this figure is remains a Google Earth mystery. But I think an even more mysterious place on Google Earth is found in Arugwa Island. Arugwa Island is a tiny island in Tanzania. If you go here on Google Earth, there isn't much to see. But there is a photosphere. If you click on this, you see something incredibly scary. There appears to be a dark and dingy room. All over the walls, there are red splatters. And written on the door, it says, "You trusted the wrong guy." It also says, "You're too late, turn back now." And there also appears to be a figure holding some kind of weapon. You may be asking, what's going on here? The room does seem to be real. But clearly things have been added. For example, the man appears to be computer generated, and some of the graphics also look fake. But either way, this location raises many questions. Where is this actual room? Who created this image? And why did they put it on Arugwa Island? It's safe to say this place is incredibly creepy and mysterious. Some have even compared it to the Backrooms. But right now, this find remains a Google Earth mystery. Now let's move on to a scary Google Earth location which is not mysterious at all. In fact, we almost
I
know
think
too
I don't
much
know
about
that.
this place. If you go to this neighborhood on Google Maps, it looks pretty normal. And when you enter Street View mode, you simply see nice houses on a
Oh, they
sunny
look
day.
nice. I
know,
Except
they look
for
familiar.
this
Wait, what?
You may wonder why one house on this street is blurred out. Why would Google Maps censor this house? Well, this house was one of the worst crime scenes in America. The house is 2207 Seymour Avenue in Cleveland, Ohio. It belonged to a man named Ariel Castro. He is one of the most evil criminals to ever live. He kidnapped and imprisoned 3 women at this house. He kept them captive in the basement for over 10 years. But eventually one of these women escaped and they were freed. Of course, after Ariel was arrested and
This is
imprisoned,
horrible.
the house was abandoned. But because the house is so creepy, many people began breaking in.
That is
They had a
horrible.
morbid curiosity about how the inside of this evil house looked. So that's why Google Maps decided to blur out the house. They hoped
I
that
know
by
why
censoring this
that.
house, less people would go
That's
here and break
just
in.
messed
I'm not
up.
sure why
That's
anyone would
That
want
is
to go to
messed
this
up.
terrifying house. And I can see why Google Maps chose to censor this
Me too.
house.
I
Now
can.
let's head over to the island of Fiji.
Oh,
Do you notice anything
Fiji!
strange off the coast of this tropical island?
Oh,
If not,
that's
then
nothing.
how about now? As you can see,
that a plane?
It's a plane with
flashed
Siri
Oh my
in
God,
front of
look at
it.
this
Look in
island.
front of it. It's
Oil
got
has
Siri.
leaked out of the plane into the sea. And this bright light is the plane reflecting in the water. It's scary to think who could have been on this plane. I did some research, but it seems the reason this plane crashed is unknown.
Unknown?
Now
That's
let's look at
bad.
a very mysterious place found underwater. This location is
Oh,
found off
yeah.
the coast of the Bahamas. You may
Hey,
be wondering what
Bahamas!
these mysterious squares are
I
in
thought
the
that was a
water.
hot dog.
But here's
Like-
where
What
things
the
get
fuck?
even more weird. You can actually go into Street View
Oh my
underwater.
God.
Many believed that this was some kind of lost city found underwater. And there were even some people online speculating this may be the lost city of Atlantis.
No
But
chance.
I have an
Not
explanation for this mystery.
Coral!
It turns out these
I
mysterious
think that's a
underwater
coral
structures are
nursery.
actually a coral nursery. Fragments of coral are placed on metal
That-
coral trees.
that tries to make us think
they
a
then
new
grow
coral
large
reef.
and healthy enough to become
I'm the one who knows
coral
all about
reefs.
ocean.
This
That's
is a
bad.
project being done by
No.
people restoring the coral reefs of the Bahamas. Various other coral nurseries have been found on Google Earth. And many people wrongly believe they're Atlantis or
It's like
some kind of
7
lost
minutes.
city. Atlantis may be real,
No
but it
chance, no
certainly
chance,
is
no
not
chance.
here.
Not real.
Now, going back on land, let's look at this very
Czechy!
small town in the Czech
Czech-
Republic.
Czechy!
This place looks like a
What's
ghost
that?
town. But
What
what if
am
I
I
told
doing?
you it literally is? If you enter Google Street View
What the
mode
fuck?
in this church, you can
Naughty
see it's
man.
filled with ghosts. The church is called Costel Cervejo Giri, and all around the abandoned church are statues of ghosts.
Russia!
Some believe these statues may have been grave
Oh my God, this was
markers,
made
but
like
it's very
13,
eerie how they
54
appear to be
times.
sitting on the pews as if they're real people.
made, like,
Of course,
I
many
think-
say
I
this
don't know,
church
it's
is
probably, like, made in
haunted. It was
1399 or
created
something.
in 1352 and is no longer used today. It's safe to say this
Who
is
built
one
a
very
church back
terrifying
then?
sight to
I know.
see. Moving on, let's look at this very scary site
Right,
in
what
the heck is that, like,
Antarctica. In the
No,
Antarctic
it's not black
Ocean,
hole.
there is a very mysterious dark blob. But if you zoom into this blob,
Kraken!
you see what appears to be a kraken. Krakens are said to be gigantic octopuses.
Oh, that
And
guy's
it does
dead.
appear that this could be what we're looking at right
That
now.
actually looked
The
tasty.
creature does appear to be an octopus, and it's clearly massive in size. It also seems to have a big white eye, and is making humongous waves in the water. This area of the ocean is very unexplored.
Nobody
and
explores the
researchers say we
ocean.
don't really know what lives in the Antarctica waters. So perhaps krakens or something similar are a real
Let me guess.
phenomena here. Also in
I'm gonna
Antarctic
guess it's just a
waters
trumpet.
appears to be a real megalodon
That's just a
shark.
basking shark.
At least that's what many people are calling
a
it.
That's not a
Located in
megalodon.
this dark
That's
patch of
definitely a
water
basking
seems
shark.
to be a massive ocean creature.
That is definitely a
Some
basking
have said
shark.
this could be a whale or shark.
A
But
basking
others
shark.
say it's far too big to be any kind of modern creature.
tiny.
And
It's
that's
a
why
basking
some
shark.
speculate this could be a real-life
Yeah, it's a
megalodon
basking
still
shark.
alive today.
Either way, it's
Finally,
mounted
let's head
Oh,
over to
yeah, it's
Houston,
basking
Texas
shark.
to see one more
The
very
way it's mount-
scary Google Earth mystery.
The way it's
This
mounted in
looks like
place.
a very ordinary cul-de-sac until you enter
A
Google
what?
Street View mode. Then if you approach the house at the end of this road, you see a very ominous
see
dark
anything.
figure on this unbuilt
Oh my god, I
house.
see it.
There
Oh
are
Oh
many
my
theories as to
God.
who this could be.
Right, I'm zooming in for you
Strange dark
guys.
figures have been reported all over Texas before, and many say that Google Maps caught a Mothman-like
That's an owl.
creature on
That's an
camera
owl.
here. But right now,
no.
this remains a total mystery, and
No,
we
no,
don't
no.
really know what this is.
10
But
minutes.
now it's
You
time
know,
for
you
you
have
to make
your
your
channel.
voice heard.
Yeah.
Comment below which Google Earth
I
find
don't want to
was
show the
the
video in case I
most
get
scary.
copyright though.
If you want to see my short videos, check out my second channel. Thanks for watching.
yeah, go check
I've
his
been Charlie.
channel.
Leave a like
Yeah,
if you
this
enjoyed.
guy,
And
top
if you haven't
10
already, then what
top
are you waiting
10
for?
charts.
Subscribe to
Right, you
Top
should
10.
go and see this guy, because, like...
So he's
Yeah,
brilliant.
that's what I
He's
do.
brilliant. Don't press the stop recording button yet. We can watch some more.
Yeah, so now we're going for another one.
Oh.
I don't like that looking up.
Scary video.
Don't
Look at that.
touch too scary.
This thing.
Oh.
Wee. Henry eats. This is just gonna be weird. This is just gonna. We can't show that. We can't show that. Smell
Nope,
the.
okay. Right, thanks for watching.
No,
And
no,
like and
guys, we're fine.
subscribe.
We're fine. We're fine.
No, we're not.
No, we can find another bit.
Like, right. Thanks for...
This
thanks for
video.
coming.
Let's get going.
Bye.